A little bit of a rough result to open up Jackpot 1 on this Monday, the 3rd of December. It has gone the way of number 5, You and Me. And well done, of course, to all the owners involved. Some big names involved in this mare. Well done to Ryan Munger, Stephanie Miller, more importantly. Well done, Ryan. Chatting off air last time out, came from draw 14 of 14. So if you had a bit of extra cash, you probably had to include her.
Yeah, exactly. You know, every time she's a big filly, and you know, every time I've ridden her, I have one and a few on her. But every time I've ridden her, I've been bustling up in the pace, and she just seems to go one pace. So last time I was running 14 out of 14. I said, let me not be a hero, let me tuck her in and see what happens. Geez, if you watch that race, she flew up very nicely for 5th, and 100 meters more, I think she could have made up those 6-7 lengths. And so today I said, you know what, even though it's a mile, I'm going to ride her the same. And I dropped her in. The pace was very nice and on. And you know, I just started picking them off one by one, and once I saw the favourite under pressure with 2 lengths to make up, I knew it's a matter of how far. And she's won a very nice race. She's an old mare. And yeah, it's nice that she's won another race.
Look, she's beaten a few up-and-coming sorts. Ruby and Roses seems to have a few wins out here in the Northern Cape, so there could be a few on the map for her.
Yeah, exactly. You know, she's a hard-knocking mare, this. But I have to say big thanks to Mrs. Miller. You know, these mares are very difficult to get wins out of them in general. Now she's a 6-time winner, so big thanks to Mrs. Miller and to Mr. Du Toit, the whole family. And to Mr. Van Heesteen and the other partners involved in this one, thank you very much for the ride.
Ryan, I know you're a man of form. This is what I want to hear from you. You've got a few rides coming up. Anything you could single out, places, wins?
You know, if I have to label my next best, I'd have to say Sark. He is a bit under sufferance, but in saying that he's only had 3 runs on the sand and could be still finding his rating. So I'd have to label him my next best, I'd say.
Thank you very much, Ryan.
Thanks, Brandon.
Lovely stuff. Well done to Ryan Munger. Well done, Steph. Been a while between drinks, but this mare's done you proud.
She has, you know, and she's a special mare, but she's got a mind of her own. If she wants to run on the day, she'll run. But, you know, the merit rating was quite high. They dropped it, and now she's competitive again, you know. And like Ryan said, the last time he rode her, he just didn't take her to the front. He wasn't handy, and she ran a much better race. And today he said to me he's going to sit behind and let her do her own thing. And I'm grateful for the win, you know. She is a special mare. She's a Carl, and she's a grey filly. Everybody loves her, and she's so eye-catching. And you know, well done to Brahm and Peter de Beyer. You know, she's been with me for a while, and I must say, no soundness problems, nothing. So it is a pleasure to train her.
And it's nice to know that even at this royal age of hers, she's quite versatile, because probably a trip too short last time, and she ran a creditable race, so 1400, 1600, even 18 is not out of question.
You know, I've ran her over 18 once, and she didn't do well, but I think 14, 16 is her best.
Lovely stuff. Steph, anything from your side that we can throw in?
And not today, you know. I haven't got a good hand today.
Lovely stuff. Well done.
Thank you.
Super stuff. Well done to Stephanie Miller. Good to have her back in the winner's enclosure. And of course to Ryan Munger, who I thought was a particular good ride. Sat quietly, went about his business all the while, and you could see at the top of the lane that he had a ton of running underneath him. Of course the weight, I think, was a telling factor with Ruby and Roses. I'm not too sure what went wrong with Short Skirt Flirt, but we have to box on. That's the name of the game. If you went out of Jackpot 1 or even your Pick 6s, bar pots and PAs, we've got Jackpot 2 to look forward to, and that's where my money's going to go. Hopefully we can get out of it. We got one lined up a bit later. I'm a little bit concerned how they're running, but I will give that to you in of course, due course. So let's get back to the studio. They'll walk into the ring in the next 15 to 20 minutes, and then we can start chatting about the next race.